Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Elgood here. So this is quite exciting that I'm teaching you virtually today, so from my home. I wanted to read the story to you in preparation for your English lesson. So it's called A Tale of Two Feathers, and then I'm going to explain to you what you're going to be doing in class. So I'm going to turn the camera around now so you can see the story. I might ask you some questions, I might ask you to talk to your talk partner, and then I'll tell you the activity that you're going to be doing in class today with Mrs. Hurst and Mrs. Gordon. So make sure you're listening, make sure you're sitting really comfortably and working hard, and I will speak to you in a second. Here we go, here's the story. So, A Tale of Two Feathers. All about nocturnal animals. As you can see there's some nocturnal animals. We've got an owl, a barn owl. We've got a polecat, a hedgehog, a fox. Can you name any other nocturnal animals that you may know? Tell your talk partner if you know any other nocturnal animals. Mrs. Hirsch, you may need to pause this whilst they tell each other. Right then, let's read the story. So one starry night, Otis Owl was sitting high in the trees, hunting for a tasty mouse. Suddenly he spotted a shiny blue feather. I've never seen this sort of feather before, he thought. I wonder who it belongs to. He asked his friend Nabila Nightjar, have you seen any birds with feathers like this? I've never seen this sort of feather before, said Nabila. Why don't you ask Nigel Nightingale? I wonder if you can spot in that picture, boys and girls, any other nocturnal animals hiding in the background. See if you can see and let your talk partner know. Otis took the feather to his friend Nigel Nightingale. Have you seen any birds with feathers like this? He asked. I've never seen this sort of feather before, said Nigel. Why don't you ask Candace? Or was it Candice or Candace? Corncrake. Otis flew to see his friend Candace Corncrake. Have you seen any birds with feathers like this? He asked. I've never seen this sort of feather before, said Candace. Why don't you get some rest and search some more tomorrow night? In this part of the story here, I want you to tell me if you can see any punctuation. So remember what punctuation is? Can you remember? Can you see any punctuation in those sentences there that we see in our stories that we read in school? And there's the owl gone to sleep now. The sun was starting to rise and the night was nearly over. Otis returned to his tree and settled down to sleep. That morning, Kia Kingfisher was sitting by the river, searching for a delicious minnow. Suddenly, she spotted a stripy white feather. Now, this is a question. Does anybody know what a minnow is? It's something that kingfishers hunt for. I wonder if you can have a guess. If you've guessed it right, it's a little tiny fish that kingfishers eat. I don't know any birds with feathers like this, she thought. I wonder where it came from. She asked her friend Wilma Woodpecker, do you know who might have dropped this feather? I don't know any birds with feathers like this, said Wilma. Why don't you ask Billy Blue Tit? Kia took the white feather to her friend Billy Blue Tit. Do you know who might have dropped this feather? She asked. I wonder if they're going to help her find it. I don't know any birds with feathers like this, said Billy. Why don't you ask Bertie Bullfinch? Kia flew to see her friend Bertie Bullfinch. Do you know who might have dropped this feather? She asked. I don't know any birds with feathers like this, said Bertie. Why don't you get some rest and search some more in the morning? So far, boys and girls, we have had two birds looking for two different feathers. I wonder if anybody can have a guess, make a prediction as to what's happening. What do you think might happen next? Tale Talk Partner now. The sun had begun to set and the day was nearly over. Exhausted, Kia settled down on a branch to rest. Ooh, the sun disappeared and the forest became dark. Otis woke up, ready for another night of searching for the mysterious bird. Suddenly, what's this face here? How does the owl look now? He stepped out of his nest and was met by the most unusual sight. What type of punctuation have we got at the end there? Right in front of his beak, sitting on his very own branch, was a bird with shiny blue feathers. It's you! Otis hooted. Can you see how they found each other? What? Who? Shrieked Kia. She stared at the bird that interrupted her sleep. It was a bird with striped white feathers. Oh, it's you! And then why do we have the text in bold there? I've been looking everywhere for you, the two birds said at the same time. What are you doing out at night? Asked Kia. Well, this is when I'm awake, said Otis, confused. Awake at night, said Kia. But then what do you do during the day? What does Otis do during the day? If he's a nocturnal animal, what does he do? Well done, boys and girls, you guessed right. He does indeed sleep. Suddenly, the mystery was solved. This was why they had never met before. Otis had always thought that everyone slept during the day, while Kia had not realised that some animals only come out at night. Come on, said Otis. Let me show you my world. The two new friends flew through the forest, feeling very glad to finally found each other. Wow, gasped Kia. Everything looks so different at night time. I can't wait to see what it looks like in the daylight, said Otis. Let's meet again tomorrow, suggested Kia, and I can show you my world. So what are the main differences at daytime and nighttime? What are the kind of things that you might see? Tale Talk Partner now. And you can see here that kingfisher it's a funny word, this. It's diurnal animals, or diurnal, I think, actually, animals. And that actually means daytime animals. So all of these animals here are daytime animals and insects, as where the barn owl is nocturnal. So I'm going to turn the camera around now, boys and girls, so you can see me. Hello again. Well done for listening so well to the story. This is what I want you to do now. You're going to get your independent learning activity books and you're going to write some simple sentences about the story that I've just read, because Mrs. Pelosi and I would like you to work on really important things, and I've done a smart board presentation so you can see that. Mrs. Hurst is going to show you that. And you're going to have a go at making sure you remember your capital letters at the start, your finger spaces and your full stops for me, because we're going to work really hard on that, and also especially your handwriting, so being really careful with your letter formation. And I'm going to set you a chilly challenge. See if you can write a maximum or even more than 5 sentences in your independent learning book all about the story I've just read to you today. And I look forward to seeing all of your hard work, and I will speak to you soon, and I'll come back on the virtual presentation so I can chat to you a bit more. Okay, have fun and work hard and see if you can get to Super Gold and challenge yourself today for being amazing and superstars. Well done. Bye.